things that are popping up here. Now, let's take a look at, here's the Atlas Shrugged. I'm just going to look at the birth dates right now, not the events that was occurring afterwards. And then, using John Galt's birth year of 1915 as direct hits against AR's top secret. So I'm going to put in the dates here. I'm going to put in the Manhattan Project scientists, the key ones that I thought were related to this. And here's my definition of direct hit. It's not only typically the same birth year, but there are at least two additional characteristics between the Atlas Shrugged and the Manhattan Project scientists. And what I'm going to do due to time, we're going to buzz through a lot of these, but I'm going to focus some time on three different entities just to give a flavor of some of the stuff that's going on here. And so we're going to look at some of these. And it's going to be Mr. Thompson, head of state. It's going to be John Galt, are going to be the prime ones we're going to be focusing on, and Eddie Willers, because they're three different altogether characters, and it's interesting what transpired. So we get into this. Now, for instance, like, okay, these two philosophers, but there wasn't much else in common, so okay, coincidence. Here's the people playing at Mark Moses in the movie you're going to see tonight. I'm not going to get into the specifics here with these due to time. And there was a banker who was also working on Manhattan Project upward funding, very conservative. Some point in time, if you request the Ayn Rand people, I'll make this available to them. So if you like what you hear and they don't know anything about me, I'm some rogue that just showed up that had an opening. Yeah.
Okay. I don't mean this disrespectfully, but let's say you're done with everything and you make the case that they're tied together. What would that prove? What would that accomplish?
I'll show you at the end.
Okay.
Because it's really the future of this country and the world, because it gets back to its technology again.
Okay.
Which has been rediscovered.
Thank you.
So I'm going to zip by that one. There was a direct hit minus Mulligan, but not enough. Well, there were a number of things here, but a traitor, I call that coincidence. Here's Robert Stadler as John Galt's graduate physics professor. This guy was same birth year. He was Alvin Weinberg's professor in physics and so forth. So dates are the same. A lot of similarities there, but again, I want to get to the key ones. So that was a direct hit. Richard Haley, the musician. Well, there was a guy from Manhattan Project that ended up in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I call that coincidence. Didn't have the same dates, but so I'll go by that one. Dan Conway, middle age, minus 13 compared to John Galt, which would put it 1902. Eckert, a lot of similarities there. But again, I'm not going to focus on that right. I just called that a hit because there wasn't three items. Big hit here. This was Weinberg's mentor. He loved the guy. They did books together. He won a Nobel Prize. A lot of similarities there, same birthday, and it's said in 20th Century Fox how John Galt just couldn't work for a mediocre person. It had to be someone really brilliant. And that's what Wigner was. Amazing individual. So that was a direct hit. Now I'm going to spend a little time on this one because this one is frightening. Thompson, head of state. I found it, now, I put a question mark here because they couldn't define the real year, how much older than John Galt he was. We knew he was older. But I know Holyfield was 12 years older, and you're going to see descriptions here that Thompson, head of state, not particularly intelligent. He knows politics, master of public relations, president of the United States. He's supposedly as powerful or more powerful than the president, but she didn't want to disrespect the president. Well, we have this guy ran away from home at age 15. Ran from Kentucky, to California, had a 9th grade education, 15-year-old dropout, abusive, from Kentucky to Alabama, then to Montebello, California, 1917, 25 years later. They've jerry-rigged District 19, which is right next to Hollywood. It's East Los Angeles. And he's going to prove to be the biggest nemesis to Alvin Weinberg and what he's trying to do. There's a huge battle going on there that most people can't see. He will finally lose that spot after 30 years, thanks to Ronald Reagan. The jerry-rigging of districts in California ended in 1970. 72, District 19 was combined with District 13. This guy felt, okay, if we get out, maybe my education and other things. He didn't even run. So
the outlawed gerrymandering in California?
What's that?
The outlawed gerrymandering in California?
Yeah. And they made some major changes to it in the early 70s when Reagan was in. They went to the state Supreme Court and they agreed to make some changes. Now, reason I bring this up is all government funding must, the power he had, they jerry-rigged him even when he got into office, that a lot of committees got combined, and he was all powerful on any money that was expended. He could say where it went, and he could do investigations anywhere. He was stronger than the Ways and Means. And at first I'm thinking, what a lucky son of a gun this guy is. But then I saw this, where Roosevelt said, in politics, nothing happens by accident. If it happens, you can bet it was planned on. But one thing the people who backed him never expected, he left in 74. He's 1980 here.
To my work on the government operations committee. When I first went to Congress, I was put on the
Who would have thought someone that interviewed when you said it?
which was the precursor to the government operations committee. And when the LaFollette-Mulroney Act was passed in 1946, they reduced 54 committees into 17. And that was when they put a lot of stuff in the executive expenditures, and we renamed it the Committee on Government Operations, because that really was what it was, because we had jurisdiction over the function of every executive agency, bureau, department level, or other, to investigate them in regard to their efficiency and economy of operation. And we also had the subpoena power, which only one or two committees had. The Ways and Means Committee had the subpoena power on matters pertaining to taxes. And any other committee that wanted the subpoena power would have to go to the floor and get a House resolution passed, giving them the subpoena power for a specific investigation, limited. But it had the all-embracive subpoena power. It, like I said, it was like the old woman, Mother Hubbard. It covered everything, touched nothing. Yeah. But anyway, with that subpoena power, I could do things. I could get things done. And I did get things done over the years.
This is the guy that later buried the molten salt reactor because he rose to chairmanship over the Joint Committee on Atomic Energy, and he would be the one who ultimately fires Alvin Weinberg and says, you don't know what you're talking about. The light water reactor is fine. And
wait a minute, Holyfield said that about Weinberg?
Yeah, yeah. A guy with a 9th grade, 10th grade education. Now, Michael, these descriptions are close. Is it possible she might have known about this person? Bear again in mind, she in 9 months has become one of the most brilliant people on how the atomic energy works and all her concerns with government getting involved and so forth. And she's in Hollywood. District 19 is right next door to her. And this is what it looks like in District 19. Those are all oil rigs. Almost 20 square miles of it is his district, and it's all oil. So, we got to move ahead quickly. So I call that a direct hit. Rob Morrow, who's Hank Reardon. What's interesting, he also has a kid brother. Remember the kid brother for